Okay, so picture this. It's prom. We spent way too long looking in the mirror, trying to make sure everything is just right. And the car's honking outside. You're just about ready to go to your reservations when all of a sudden your dress tears, or maybe your tux. And your mom walks past, and in one swift motion, she fixes all your problems with a simple hand stitch. Now, this is actually a personal testimony of mine from my sophomore year prom. And I can tell you that when my mom came in, it felt like something straight out of an action movie. And I very quickly developed the desire to learn how to sew. Now, sewing can be easy on your wallet, it can be easy on your conscience, and it can create staple pieces that you can keep in your closet for years. It can help you save money, and it reduces pollutants in the air, which is what helps save the environment, and the reliability of the pieces that you will create are what can last generations on. Now, fast fashion in today's world seems really cheap, and it's why it's a lot of favorite people's favorite option. But it's the habits that these companies create that are what are truly expensive. You see, I was surprised to learn that the fabrics that some of my favorite brands use, I can just find at my nearest craft store. And what was once a $40 sweater is now a $15 pattern and maybe $15 of fabric. But you might be asking me, Aria, I'm only saving $10 then. But no, that's what the magic of sewing is now you have this $15 pattern, and you can use that over and over, and maybe you use it with the same fabric, or maybe you get new fabrics, but with each piece that you make, you save more and more money because the pattern stays the same. And it's actually really surprising on the long run how much these savings can actually produce. You see, according to Elizabeth Sile, who's a writer for the CNBC, she saved $1,500 in 1 year for travel and housing expenses, and all I can think when I read that is, imagine how much money we've all wasted on clothes that just weren't really worth it. Now, not only can sewing save you money, but it can save the planet. According to an article, Why Switching to Sustainable Sewing is Good for the Environment, I found out that one of the most polluting companies, other than the oil industry, is actually the fashion and textile industry. Even down to the cotton that they harvest, they use chemicals that pollute all of the surrounding water sources and just contribute to the already growing issue of climate change. Now, on top of this, there's the added issue in very recent times, there's been a heavy reliability on online shopping. And when you add shipping to the list of issues, it becomes even worse for the environment. And often these fast fashion companies, with their shipping, will choose the least sustainable method possible. Because the least sustainable method is also going to be most likely the cheapest method for them, and is how they keep those prices cheap for you. And finally, a lot of clothes simply just get thrown away and are just waste. Have you ever had a pair of jeans where the button fell off, or maybe you teared a hole on the side and you just had to throw it away because there's nothing you could do? After just learning the very basics of sewing and pattern work, I was able, and you will be able, to develop an eye for pieces that aren't very well made. Maybe there's a flimsy fabric or faulty zippers, loose stitching, uneven seams, and maybe you could even just fix them. Now, Sile attests to this, stating that she used to have clothes that were just red flags all over with all of these aforementioned issues, and was constantly needing to replace these staple items in her closet, such as work pants or blouses. And why waste your time looking for pants that fit just right here and are a little looser here when there are other ways to find clothes that you know are gonna fit and you can always be sure of. For example, you can take a pair of pants that you own that you already know you love and can fit you, and then you can go trace it and make a pattern and use another fabric, and you already know that pair of pants is gonna fit you and that you're gonna love them. Now, it can be really reassuring to look in the closet and be comfortable with everything you see, knowing that there's always something to wear. Sewing is going to save you money, it's going to save the atmosphere, and it's going to save yourself panic from any issues that you might come across in your closet. I just want everyone to remember to start small and to be patient. It can be a hard skill to learn, but once you've learned it, it can be a honed in skill and a habit that you can be proud of. Thank you.